It is 6 a.m. in the morning. 15-year-old RwandaTV Nizeyimana is set for school. The student of primary 6 walks about 4 kilometers to get to the nearest school in his community. He goes to Chibimba Primary School, located in Kabare sector in Kayonza district. Before this school was established, Nizeyimana previously walked 10 kilometers to get to Nyangora Primary School, which was the nearest to his home back then.
I started school at Nyangora Primary School and walked 3 hours to get there, while I would spend 3.5 hours on my way because of the hill. When Kibimbi School opened, I joined because it is nearer and it takes me about 50 minutes to get here and 40 minutes to jog home.
Chibimba Primary School was built by Akagera Management Company as part of the revenue sharing scheme. Ndungutse Jean-Pierre is the director of this school.
Akagera niko katangije inyubako za hano.
Akagera built the first classrooms here, which have become very productive because it has reduced the distance children would make to attend school in distant communities. Some students traveled between 2 and 2.5 hours to get to school, which was too far down the hills in Chiburara or in another sector called Indego. But after building for us these classrooms, our children no longer travel longer distances to access schools, and it has also made it easier for us to raise them. It is easier to control their behavior.
Akagera Park has built 65 classrooms in communities surrounding the protected facility, and this has reduced the distance students would otherwise make to access the nearest schools. They have also built hospitals, health posts, roads, local government infrastructure, provided jobs to the youth through supporting traditional dances and handcrafts, among other initiatives. The national park is also surrounded by 12 beekeeping cooperatives that generate 12 tons of honey every year, worth 45 million Rwandan francs of income annually, making beekeeping one of the most successful business ventures in the area.
We used to have honey and we didn't have a place to sell it. And oftentimes we could sell it cheaply, which made the cooperatives less prosperous. But now we have a place to work from, and I've also found a market for our honey, which has made our product more valuable, and the cooperative is thriving.
Akagera has 10 water bodies, and fishing is one of the thriving activities in the park, specifically on Lake Ihema. The park management has allowed a small group of fishermen into the park through Kopabargi Fishermen's Cooperative. These men and women catch about 500 kilograms of fish every day. Peter Utabandama is one of the fishermen we found in the lake.
We get a lot of fish here. Like today we caught 500 kilograms of fish, and sometimes we get more than that because the lake is protected. We have traps which catch mature and big fish, allowing the young ones to grow. That enables us to get good harvest for the market.
Fishing in this lake is done in such a way that it doesn't undermine conservation efforts, as explained by Fisto Ishimwe, community liaison officer in Akagera National Park.
They used it to do poaching like in 15 years ago, coming in the park illegally, but setting this project in place in an organized way, they have allowed the community to get fish, affordable fish, in the right way. It's not poaching, it's because it's an organized way of fishing. An organized cooperative, well-known, is coming in a well-known way to get fish to the communities. And of course, they help indeed to prevent poaching because they are lake managers. They are in the lake night and days. Nobody can enter through where they can protect it indeed.
Started in 2015, the park management has managed to mitigate human-wildlife conflict.
We want the community around the park to own the park, to feel like they own the park, not by theory but by the facts they are getting benefits out of it. We want the people to understand the land use of the park because we are getting much benefits than grazing, than agriculture activities, and we are on our way. If you compare the tangible benefits, both financially, infrastructure and other kind of things, there is no other project suitable to this place rather than being a park.
The Akagera Park administration says that in the early 2010, they would find about 3,000 traps in the park set up by poachers, but that has reduced to about 20 traps, which explains how people are aware of the importance of Akagera National Park to the community.
Akagera National Park, I call it a paradise of Africa, specifically a heaven for Rwanda. And I'm saying that by the fact in the paradise we're gonna live with animals peaceably in harmony. We are, people will be enjoying living with the wildlife, and that's what is in Akagera. The people are getting benefits, direct benefits from the existence of the park. So if I say the park is the paradise for the community around it, it's because they are living in harmony and they are getting tangible benefits out of the park.
Since 2015, 2.5 billion Rwandan francs has been dispersed to about 150 community projects around Akagera National Park.
The park management also has closely worked with local communities to transform Akagera into a secure, income-generating landscape for the benefit of people and wildlife. You probably know about the tourism revenue sharing policy, through which we have been supporting and working together closely with communities in the preservation and conservation of national parks. Through that policy across Rwanda, we've been able to support over 780 projects through 6.5 billion Rwandan francs. And 150 projects here have been supported through that revenue sharing policy, with over 2.4 billion Rwandan francs invested into community livelihood improvement projects. That's before we add the benefits of job creation, the benefits of small enterprises that have been created by Akagera Management Company.
Akagera Park Management is not only supporting income-generating activities around the park, but they are also investing resources in teaching the young generation about the benefits of conservation. From 1934, when the park was founded, all the way to 2017, when the black rhinos were brought back into Akagera National Park, this Savannah Learning Center tells the history of conservation of Akagera National Park and what the future conservationists need to know and to do to protect this treasure of ours. Reporting from Savannah Learning Center on the outskirts of Akagera National Park, Ethan Tashobia for RwandaTV News.